Okay, so what is going on with the price of iron ore at the moment? Earlier this year, the pandemic rebound and supply chain disruptions lifted iron ore prices to record highs. But over recent months, it's been flaming out. So try and work out why. Kunal, Sawhney, CEO of Kalkine Group, is here to delve a little bit deeper. Always great to see you. How are you, mate?
Adrian, very good to see you. Thank you for inviting me on the show.
So tell us a bit more. Let's delve deeper. Iron ore. Tell us about this year. I mentioned it there in the introduction. We've gone from highs to lows. What are you seeing?
So, Adrian, earlier this year, global economic rebound from the COVID-19 pandemic, supply chain disruptions lifted the iron ore prices to record highs. Iron ore that hit a record of more than 230 US dollars a ton as recently as May, now has been flaming out in recent months. The iron ore price has fallen by more than 45% since the all-time high in May. And in September, the iron ore price dipped below the $100 a ton mark for the first time in 14 months. The initial slowdown in iron ore price was spurred by weakening demand for iron ore, which was largely shaped by the rising Delta variant cases, and also the growing expectations that China's steel output will shrink over the remainder of this year has been fueling the price fall in the commodity. The Evergrande crisis in the property bubble in China is also causing the iron ore prices to buckle as investors are concerned that pressure on China's huge property market will translate into reduced appetite for steel. So a number of things have led to the price drop.
So let's focus on who this is affecting. Australia, of course, in particular, is a country that's deeply connected to iron ore, as we know. How are these price moves affecting Australia at the moment?
Adrian, very good question. So Australia suffered a major setback after China slashed its steel exports by 50%. And also iron ore is Australia's most valuable export, and its plummeting price could impede the country's total bilateral trade. If trade tensions between China and Australia worsen further, local iron ore miners may feel the pinch of reduced commodity prices. This may ultimately impact their corporate earnings and profits amid reduced exports and sales. Moreover, China is making efforts to expand its resources of supply and seeking alternative resources to reduce its heavy dependence on iron ore imports. So these efforts could deliver a major setback to Australia, putting the iron ore supply chain at risk. Fears currently loom that Australian iron ore producers might be used as a pawn in China's geopolitical power play against Australia. Now, this speculation is based on growing concerns that Chinese demand for the valuable commodity could dry up if the Evergrande property group collapses.
So with setbacks, of course, there can be opportunities. Are there any stocks out there that you are looking at that might hold potential for coming years?
Investors can keep some ASX listed stocks under their watch list that may shine during the iron ore price surge. Rio Tinto, the big one, while Rio Tinto's share price is down by over 14% in 2021. So far, one cannot neglect that it is one of the world's largest producers of iron ore. So it is better placed than others to benefit from a potential rebound in iron ore prices. BHP also, their share price has tumbled by over 10% in 2021 till date, but the company remains steadfast about the situation between Australia and China. The company expects China's overarching strategy of growth and development to benefit the BHP group going forward. And obviously, we have Fortescue Metals. Fortescue's share price has plunged by over about 40% this year so far amid the recent decline in iron ore prices. But as the company's share price has fallen, then most of the ASX listed iron ore miners, some analysts expected to reap the rewards of bargain hunting by investors.
Kunal, always great to chat. We'll leave it there for today, but keep us up to date with iron ore and what happens for the rest of the year. We'll talk soon, okay?
Wonderful. Thank you. Have a good one.